Alright, we're back in the creek for part 2 of this absolutely beautiful creek exploration. Look at the way this rock is stained here, that's pretty cool. Now let me see if I can climb up it without embarrassing myself. It really does amaze me, the beauty out here. I mean, I see all the trash and that definitely is a big detractor. But looking over that, just the beauty of the creek and the woods. And of course it is a beautiful time of year. And it's hard to believe that we're in the middle of the city. Of course it's easy to forget that too. And then get the life scared out of you, like happened a little bit ago, or on the other video that you saw, someone banging on that pipe. But I'm pretty excited about this part of the creek because everything back there I've seen before from the bank, but this is going to be all new territory. So come along for the adventure. See some itty bitty little fish swimming down there. You probably couldn't see them, and they're gone now, but that's good to see. As I'd said before, I didn't see any fish out here, and that kind of concerned me about the condition of this water. Look at this beautiful bank over here. The way the rocks are formed. We got some more junk up here. And I told you I was going to tell you a little bit of the history of the area surrounding this creek. At least on the last video, because I'm assuming that I did make a part 1 and a part 2. And I didn't do that on the last video, so I'm going to tell you now. This land, way back when Columbus first discovered the Americas, was all Native American territory. As all of the land was, of course, back then. But this, in particular, on the other side of the river, over in Alabama, was the American Indian capital of Cherokee. No, not of Cherokee, of Coweta Town. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was the Creek Indian capital. But out here on this creek that we're on the Georgia side of the river, this was all very heavily populated Native American territory. And there's actually, the Smithsonian came out and dug very near here. And there's actually been multiple diggings around here. First one was in 1924, and they learned a lot about the natives that lived around here during that time. So there is absolutely rich history out here. Did y'all hear that? Anyway, lost my train of thought. I'll remember it in a little bit and tell you, but look, we got a Jeep grill. Pretty sure that's a Jeep grill. Alright, so where was I at a minute ago? Right, the Creek Indian, if I'm not mistaken, it was the Creek Indians, the capital town of Coweta, over on the Alabama side. And this is where, well, not right here exactly, but up on the Chattahoochee, just a couple miles away from here, is where Oglethorpe crossed over to meet with the leaders over there to sign an agreement for the building of Savannah, Georgia, for the founding of Savannah, Georgia. And in more modern history, down here a little ways was the end of a railroad that operated in the 1920s or 1930s. So this land is very, 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 very rich with history. And it's really awesome when you think about it, how much life and activity there used to be out here. So I'm assuming that this is a naturally broken rock and not one that was worked. I don't see any chipping on it. So I'm guessing it's just naturally broken, but pretty cool nonetheless. I'll hold on to it. It'll look cool on my desk. Looks like I scored today. Got myself a lawn chair. It's probably a big old water moccasin living under it. It's mad at me now. Oh, this is awesome. See if I can open it up. Have a seat. Yeah, that's good. That's real good. Of course my butt's wet now. That's not good. Alright. Let's stop being silly and let's get on. Now, I know I'm not helping the environment much, but I'm gonna leave that sitting right there. That way at least it's out of the water. A little waterway, right for all the rainwater to fill up the creek. Alright, let's get back in the creek. Let's go exploring. This, in my opinion, is the best way to spend a day. Even if we don't really find anything, it's just about getting out and exploring, which is great fun. Old Winn-Dixie shopping cart. What's that make? Shopping cart number whatever. That one doesn't count though because it was just a piece. Glad I don't have a particular time limit today, because we got a long way to go still. Old piece of pottery. And that's fine by me. I'm looking forward to seeing this through all the way to the end. Of course, I may not feel like that by the end. I may change my mind and say, what did I get myself into walking up this creek? But as of right now, it's a blast. Interesting. Very interesting. What is that? I wonder if that's like a dye pack thing. Never seen one before. What's he from? I don't know. Seeing lots and lots of pieces of Coke bottles. I know I told you in the other video I was going to show you every single one. And I hope you didn't think I was serious. Because I'm not. Oh, and that's a... I think that's a knee high. I believe. Piece of a knee high at least. Oh, look at here. Someone's charge card. A Lowe's card. Cody's got a third river gun. It's like some kind of blaster off of Star Trek. And if you look up between those trees, there's a little bit of civilization up there. And I can hear chickens talking in the background. Which is deceiving because we are in the city. Not the country, but there's people that have city chickens. I'm actually one of them. I own chickens. It's a rooster crowing. I think there's a trailer park right up there. Which means we're probably in for a lot of modern trash. But once we get below this, we'll be back out of civilization. Oh, this is pretty neat right here. The way that rock is formed right there. The way the creek runs through it. And as I predicted, here's a big old modern trash pile from the trailer park. Some kind of drainage pipe that comes out the side of the ground right there. It looks like the old drainage pipe is there. It looks like maybe a gas tank from a car. And just trash. Brings you back to reality that you're not that far in the middle of nowhere. Although there's really nowhere you can go that you won't find human trash. Maybe in some places it's just in lesser quantities. And that's a shame. Look at how high up those creek banks are. On that one side. It's pretty impressive. See, as I've been walking along, I've just been thinking and wondering how much this land has changed since it was American Indian territory. There's certainly a lot more junk here now than there was then. Seen probably 100 aluminum cans and all sorts of various other trash. And it's just a real shame about that. How much we litter and pollute the land. I don't know what this is. Big old piece of concrete. And that definitely didn't float downstream. So I wonder how it got here. You know what it almost looks like? A bridge pillar. You know what, I bet that's what that was. This might have been the side of the railroad that I was talking about earlier. There's another one right there. That's pretty cool. Bet you that is what this is. Of course, I could be terribly mistaken. But that's the only thing that I can think of would have been out here that I know of. There's the other one right there. And goes to there. It's pretty cool. Take a look around and see if I find anything else. If I do, I'll turn the camera back on. So I got off the path a little bit. As you can see, I wanted to see what was up this hill. See if it could help me identify exactly what those pillars were or for. Like you can sometimes tell where there was an old railroad grade or something like that. And unfortunately, I don't really see anything that gives me an answer. This definitely was a dump site. Oops, almost fell. But it's all newer stuff. But other than that, I don't see anything that gives me any kind of ideas as to what this was or why those are down there. There's a pipe sticking out of the ground right there, but I'm assuming that has to do with some kind of sewer system or something like that. And that's pretty fascinating. I'm not sure what that's about. I'm gonna get back down to the river now, or the creek. So I just realized where we are. We're actually a lot closer to the end of the line than I thought we were. You can see there's a big pipe that runs across up there. So that may very well have been that old railroad track back there, because it was up here this way. Other than that theory, I have no idea what it would have been. You can see there's the walking bridge just barely making itself visible around that corner. And I did another video down here when I came down here and scouted a few days ago, where I went up that creek that way. So I'll probably upload that sometime later. I'll upload these first. But actually, I guess I misjudged the distance. I was looking at it on Google Maps from where we started. It looked like it was further than we've come. Either that or we've come a long way. Now I'm kind of wishing that I'd taken more time exploring this area since I'm so close to the end. You can see this big pipe here. It means we're definitely in some kind of civilization. And I'm a little disappointed. I thought we'd find a little bit more stuff than we did. And part of that may have been my fault, because I kept up a steady pace, because I was thinking it was going to take longer than it did. We still got a little ways to go down that way before we reach the river, where we'll go and then stop, turn around, and catch the bridge and head back. But it's been a fun adventure so far. Hopefully you'll find some cool stuff down the way a little bit. I'm not really sure the purpose of this sign right here. You all right there, Cody? Alright, he's fine. He's fine. He slipped off that pipe right there into the water. Wasn't a far drop though. Probably could heard him sliding on the video. I thought he did it intentionally until I looked down at him. There's another pipe right here. Pipe of some sort. Wouldn't it suck if I was walking along this and it collapsed? Like sewer or something? That would ruin my day for sure. It's about as much of an intact Coca-Cola bottle as I've found so far. No name on the bottom, so I'm assuming it's a newer one. Leave that right there. Push it down into the sand so no one steps on it. What I was thinking is I see so many bits and pieces of Coke bottles, so I should collect every one and then try to rebuild the Coke bottle at the end. Think it would work? I don't think it would work. There's a little junk pile right here washed up against this bridge leg. Got yourself a bicycle. Perfectly good trash can. And a big old tire. Oh, went down a little bit. That's the sort of stuff I don't like walking through. Alright, we've almost made it to our destination. You can kind of see over there the old state docks. I tell you, it turned into a lot less fun coming down this way. It's every step just sinking down into the mud. And I'm not walking into the water now because it isn't clear anymore. It actually looks like the river is flowing into the creek down here rather than the creek into the river like it's been. We get up on a little bit of solid ground here. But yeah, that's what that is. I guess the river's high right now, pushing the creek back. Alright, and a place to sit down for a minute. It's muddy, but I don't care. I hope you've enjoyed the adventure. It was pretty fun. This was honestly more of a scouting adventure than anything it turned out to be, because now I know the exact distance of the walk down. So I'll probably come down here again. Probably won't make a video like I did this time. When I come back, I'll look around and see if I can't find any artifacts or old bottles or stuff I may have looked over this time. But I hope you enjoyed the adventure. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll keep bringing you more great adventures. We'll see you on the next one.